Hey guys, I believe you all know how modern and native English phrases can change our level of communication. So why not learning it? Today I'd be happy to share some modern and snappy English phrases to help you in your next communication. I'm going to share 15 contemporary English phrases along with explanations and examples, and I'm going to show how you can use them in your sentences. Each of these phrases will add a dynamic and a relatable touch to your narration. So let's get started. The first phrase is on my radar. This means something I am aware of or keeping an eye on. Let's look at the first example. The latest smartphone releases are definitely on my radar for our next review segment. That means I am aware of the latest smartphone releases or I'm keeping an eye on the latest smartphone releases. Example number 2. Upcoming YouTube updates have been on my radar. That means I am trying to be aware of the upcoming YouTube updates. And I'll be diving into what those changes mean to us creators. Let's look at the second phrase, deep dive. I believe that you have heard me using this phrase in a lot of videos before I start any video. I think generally in the introduction part, I generally use this phrase, let's take a deep dive. That means let's have a thorough and detailed explanation about a topic. So yeah, taking a deep dive or deep dive means a thorough and detailed analysis or discussion on a topic. First example. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the best editing software for beginners. That means today I'm gonna give you a thorough and detailed analysis of the softwares, of the best editing softwares that the beginners can use. Next example, let's do a deep dive into the stats and see what they tell us about video engagement. That means here I'm trying to look at the statistics of a video. And I'm saying that let's do a thorough and detailed analysis of a video and let's see at the statistics and see how the video is working. Our third phrase is no-brainer. What does it mean? That means you don't need to use your brain here. It is something that is very obvious and is very easy to decide. Example number 1. Choosing this location for our shoot was a no-brainer given its stunning views. You see how I am using this phrase? So, choosing this location for our shoot was a no-brainer means that it was very easy to decide this location. Example number 2. Subscribing to the channel is a no-brainer if you love watching English learning videos. Yes, guys, if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, then go do it right away because subscription is free. Let's go ahead with the fourth phrase. Elevate the game. That means to improve something significantly. This new microphone really elevates the game with its crystal clear audio. That means it has significantly changed the audio. Example number 2. We are here to elevate your game in learning English. That means I am here or we are here to help you improve your spoken English or your English communication. I believe you've heard this one a lot. On point. That means exactly or appropriate. Example number 1. Your suggestions for the channel's direction is exactly on point. That means you are right or you are appropriate about the channel's direction. Example number 2, the styling for this shoot was absolutely on point. That means it was perfect. I don't need to say anything here. It's absolutely perfect. Next up we have hit me up. Stop. I'm not asking you to hit someone. Hit me up means contact me. Nice, right? Okay, let's look at the first example. This one is very relevant and you can literally use it or you can see creators like me using it for you guys. For example, if you have any questions related to this tutorial, hit me up in the comments. That means let me know about your doubts and questions in the comments and contact me there. Example number 2. If you're free this weekend, hit me up. We can go see a movie. That means please contact me if you're free this weekend. Game changer. Something that significantly alters the current way of doing or thinking about something. Example number 1. Adopting a morning routine has been a game changer for my productivity. That means since I have adopted the morning routine, it has significantly changed the way I think or I do something. Example number 2. Hiring a new coach was a game changer for the team's performance. That means since the new coach has arrived, the team's performance has changed. It has become better. Next up, we have Loki. Loki is a phrase that typically describes something that is done quietly without a lot of attention, fanfare, or intensity. Example number 1. I'm planning a Loki birthday this year. Some close friends and family. That means I'm trying to keep it low. I'm trying to keep it simple and moderate. Just a quiet birthday. Example number 2. I love how low-key his outfit is, yet it still looks so polished. That means I love how subtle his outfit is. Subtle means without trying to grab more attention. Subtle means simple yet gorgeous. Next up, we have Indul Loop. This is used to describe being kept informed about or involved in a particular set of information or events. It generally indicates that a person is up to date with the necessary knowledge about what's happening within a certain context, usually in a workplace or in a social setting. Let's look at the examples. Example number 1. Please keep me in the loop about any updates on the project deadline. That means please keep me informed or please let me know about the information. Example number 2. Let's keep each other in the loop about any changes in our travel plans. That means if there are any changes, we will get to know. So we will keep each other informed about the changes. Moving on, we have next level. This phrase is used to describe something that is significantly better, more advanced, or impressive than what is usual. Example number 1, and this is what I want to tell you. Our new series of tutorials are totally next level. You won't want to miss them. That means our new series of tutorials are significantly higher in quality and standard. Example number 2, she has really taken her photography skills to the next level with her recent works. That means if you look at her recent works, you'll know that her photography skills are more advanced and better. What's waiting for us next? So it's circle back. Circle back means returning to a topic or discussion later. For example, let's circle back to that discussion on budgeting in next week's meeting. That means in next week's meeting, we are going to discuss on budgeting again. Example number 2. I'll need to gather some more information on this. Let's circle back early next month. That means I need to check a few things. So how about we connect once again on the same thing early next month. Next, plug and play. This means that something is ready to use immediately without any special setup or modification. For example, this new camera is totally plug and play, perfect for beginners. This means that this new camera is easy to use and doesn't need any special setup, so the beginners can use it comfortably. Example number 2. These meal kits are essentially plug and play. Everything comes pre-measured and ready to cook. That means here I'm talking about some meal kits where things are already measured. You just need to cut it and cook. You don't need to add anything extra. So yeah, that makes your cooking a bit easier. Number 13, off the charts. That means exceeding the normal standards or exceptional. Example number 1. Viewer engagement on our last video was off the charts. That means on our last video, we really got a lot of views and it was exceptional. Example number 2. The performance of this new lens is off the charts in low light conditions. That means in low light, it's performing better. It's exceptional. You have learned on the radar, but what about under the radar? Under the radar means not noticed or acclaimed yet. For example, this indie game has been flying under the radar, but it deserves a lot of praise. Example number 2. We've been working under the radar on a project that's about to launch. This means that we have been working on something and that was totally unnoticed. The last one is this. Back to the drawing board. This means to start from the beginning because Maybe the product or the new idea failed. Example number 1. Our first design didn't pan out as expected. So it's back to the drawing board. That means that our first design didn't work, it was cancelled, and we need to start from the beginning. Example number 2. That approach didn't work. So it's back to the drawing board for a better strategy. That means we need to work on our approach. We need to start from the beginning and we need to work on it once again. And guys, this brings me to the end of this tutorial. If you have loved it, then do let me know that in the comment section. And yes, please subscribe this channel for more such amazing English learning videos. Also, do share this video with others and help them to learn English. I'll see you all again very soon. Until then, stay connected.